Hi guys, it's Renisti back again with another FHM video documenting the rise of Barry McCockiner's road to the Stanley Cup. We're on club number 3, season 7, episode 4. With the Vancouver Giants, we are halfway through our second WHL season. We're not doing too bad, 4th in the Western Conference. 40 points in 34 games. But we have another 17 games to play, first of which is against the Red Deer Rebels. Due to the fact that Anton Carlson is still at the World Juniors, the lines remain the same. And we start off the episode with an L. Game number 2 of the episode. We are clearly missing Anton Carlson. Let's go. Yep, please come back, Anton. I don't care if you have to lose in the preliminary round or the round robin, whatever you want to call it. We cannot do this. No. We have another development report, this time for January of 2030. My God. And just so we're clear, the following development has happened in December. Yeah, I got this message on this date, so I'm saying it's for January, okay? Moving along, we have a couple +2s, +1s, no +3s across our prospects. Just a couple +2s. Scott Viano's doing better. Will Rickman's doing better. Armacion was doing all right, too. Brody Newman is under a point per game in Saskatchewan U18. Across our team players, Nathan Casola is quietly developing to a hell of a player. He's very well-rounded now, and I could realistically even make him a sniper, or a speedy forward, or a playmaker. You will be a jack of all trades, Nathan. +1s for a few guys. Mark Hope randomly gets passing of +2. I'm not mad at that. I mean, he's our starter. I hope he develops quickly. John James is quickly developing as well. Now an 11 rated playmaker, but 11 rated across a couple different roles too. Couple minor improvements to our OAs. Daniel Quarrington with a +3 across the board. Just under point per game. Holden Sexsmith, +3 across the board. Evan Bean with a +3, which for 1 goal in 14 games, he better be the best shutdown defenseman I've ever seen in my life. Otherwise, we might have just lost our job. Spencer Dupuis with a +2. Kari Kari with a +2. Polensky, stinky for Polensky. Remember the memes? He's doing all right in the Canadian high school system. He'll fit into the Western Hockey League next year. I have faith in that. All right, up against Swift Current, things seem to remain the same. And we finally win for a change. Chargu is the first star with an assist. Next game up, our opponents are Saskatoon Blades. And we lose 4-1. All right, Russia has beaten Finland in the quarterfinals of the World Juniors. So that means Daniel Quarrington, you've done your job, but you are a 7th D for a reason. Anton Carlson is back. I am making a slight change, though. Carlson is back, but as a stay-at-home defenseman, we're going to see how that meshes with the two-way prowess of Holden Sexsmith. We win narrowly, but if you'll look in the top right corner here, tomorrow is the trade deadline. So do we make some moves? All right, so we're going to try and trade the rights to Stephen Kemble to the Medicine Hat Tigers. In exchange, I'm going to try and go after one of their 2 guys who have 5-star potential. Because for some reason, when the players are under contract, like let's say for example, right? Stephen Kemble, 1.5 potential and ability, right? Doesn't seem like he'll get that much better. But for NIHL standards where he is playing, he's all right. Half a point a game. Has been playing in that league for at least 3 seasons now, but we have no use for him in our system. So let's try and get something out of it. So we're going to take a look and see if we can try and go after this Roth kid. They will never accept this offer, and it has no basis for negotiations. Now, this kid clearly has a bright future, will likely play pro at some capacity, maybe even in the NHL, who knows. But 5-star potential, right? There are 2 players in here that have 5-star potential. We have a potential import in Anton Nyberg, right? Let's just offer this straight up. The offer is too weak. You have to increase your offer. What about if we went after Brennan Schultz? This is an interesting offer, but you have to increase your offer just a little bit. Now, we don't have anyone else's picks for quite some time. And I'm not really too scared about parting ways with any pick below the 3rd round for a guy like this, because he's 5-star potential. He could be very good for us. So let's go 5th rounder. You have to increase it a little bit. Okay, fine. For a 5-star guy, I get it. What about a 3rd round pick? A little bit more. Oh, okay. A 2nd round pick. I'm not giving up a 1st. Okay, let's work around this. We're gonna get this Brendan Schultz guy by the end of the trade deadline. So, after digging through it, they just would rather have assets as opposed to high quality. They're going for the quantity over quality type of thing, and they just want bodies in their system. So, our scout thinks they'll probably accept this offer of Stephen Kemble, 2 15th round picks for 5-star Brendan Schultz. Offer the trade. Let's make the deal and finalize the trade. Well, there you go. 2030, 15th round pick. 2032, 15th round pick. And the rights to Englishman Stephen Kemble in exchange for Brendan Schultz, who is not too shabby at the high school level. And ironically, he was the first overall pick of our first ever U.S. prospects draft. Now, it is worth noting his consensus ability / potential puts him at a potential 3-star, while our team sees him as a potential 5-star. His professionalism is already through the roof, as are most 15-year-olds nowadays, because, everything is scripted, everything is, agents this, these guys barely even hit puberty and they already have agents and advisors and all that stuff. So the professionalism is weirdly through the roof. That said, I'm happy with this trade. Next up, we have the Brandon Wheat Kings, and after a single successful trade, Barry will pump the brakes and not turn into an actual wheeler dealer that belongs in Las Vegas. We were way too excited about a 15th round pick trade, and we got shut out 3-0. Next up, we're playing the Moose Jaw Warriors. No changes. Let's do this. And sticking to our guns proves to work this time around, as we score 3 goals in the 3rd period to put this one away. Next game up, we got the Regina Pats, or as a lot of people will now know them, the Regina Connor Bedards. They don't even know the team name anymore. And we beat the Connor Bedards 5-4 in a pretty back and forth affair at the Brandt Center. Next up, we got a game against the Prince George Cougars, who I believe last time around we blanked 9-0. We didn't do that badly though. 5-1 win. I'll take that. This time we're in Prince George. Can they get us back, or do we make it 3 wins in a row against the Cougars? Nope. We win 5-2. Ryder done with 2 assists. Asher Gingra with 2 goals. Not bad. Next game up, the Kamloops Blazers. And we win 6-2. Asher Gingra gets his 20th of the season. And Tracy Pavlik gets another hat trick to put his goal total this year to 30. It's our 2nd game in a row against the Blazers. Do we win again? Yes, we do. And Mark Hope, have yourself a game. Ryder done with 2 tucks and an apple. Borowski with 2. Yeah, this was a fun game of hockey. Guess what? It's 3 games in a row now against the Blazers. Do we make it 3 for 3? No, we do not. Despite this, Borowski is the 2nd star, and Kamloops gets it done 4-3. Now we have February's development report, and seems to be better across the board. 3s, 2s, 2s, another couple 2s. Brody Newman with another 3. Getting a lot better. He could be a dynamite player for us next year. Jason Ames getting better. 0.5 point a game roughly. Joey Bapt slowly coming into his own in the Western Hockey League. Asher Gingra looking like a potential Toronto Marley. He looks actually pretty good. Mark Hope, leadership +1 and rebounds +1. Mark Coble, despite not really playing this year, only one game, gets a +3 across the board. Tanshioko gets a +3. Gerald Williams just another 3. Evan Bean with a +2. Palencia +2. Brennan Schultz, our recent deadline acquisition, +3. Next up, we've got the Kelowna Rockets at home. And we win 4-3, scoring 4 in the third period. Nice. Next game up, the Wenatchee Wild at home. We win 6-3. Not too bad. All right, Mark Coble is going to be in the lineup for the first time since earlier this season against our second last opponent of the episode, the Tri-City Americans. In our last game of the episode, we're playing the Everett Silvertips, and we lose 5-3. All right, with 17 games to go in the regular season, we have a 28-18-5 record, 61 points in 51 games. We're 8th in the league, 2nd in our conference. We will likely make the playoffs. I would be very surprised if we somehow fell out of it, given that 16 out of the 22 teams in this league make the postseason. We have a good chance, and it'll be interesting to see our first Western Hockey League postseason and what comes after that. But before that, we have to play another 17 games. And even that won't come until next episode. That is it. That is all, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.